Hi, I'm Jeff Johnson with Greater Midwest Realty. Today we're going to talk about us doing a short sale and how to prevent a foreclosure. We're also going to explain the process, and we're going to also let you know how we are able to save thousands of families from going into foreclosure. Let's start off with explaining what exactly a short sale is. Short sales typically is when a home is worth $100,000, like in this example, and the mortgage is $110,000. The agent lists it for $100,000 and sells for $100,000. There's going to be a loss to the servicer or the mortgage company for $18,000. Now we're going to get into what is a foreclosure. We all know that a foreclosure simply means you're not making your house payments, but the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure is that the servicer or your bank loses $27,000 in this example versus $18,000 in a short sale. This is why the banks, if a short sale is presented properly, are more willing to accept a short sale. Mortgage servicers or banks are actually trying to reduce their REO or real estate owned inventory by doubling the amount of short sales that they're trying to accomplish. As of April 5th this year, the laws are going to be changing to where everybody is going to be required to try a loan modification prior to doing a short sale. After meeting with you, it'll be that point in time where we decide to list your home and actually put it on the MLS, and that's called an exclusive right to sell. We will list your property subject to a short sale approval by your lender. We will help determine the fair market value, because after all, the banks still want fair market value. There's no lowballing going on here. We have to try to get the most value for the home as we can, just like any other sale. One of the most important aspects of doing a short sale is making sure we meet all the requirements of the lender. And here is a list of all the items that we're going to be needing from the seller in order to move forward on a short sale. And again, it's extremely important that we cannot miss a single item on this list, otherwise they will reject your file and you've just wasted probably another 30 to 60 days. As real estate agents, we want to help you get through the situation as smoothly as possible. So it's our job to negotiate the best offer for you, not just from your buyer, but in order to present that offer to the bank. Once your property is listed, it is my job as a realtor to work with you as the homeowner in order to get the highest possible offer for your property. And we should reject or counter any unreasonable offers, as your bank is only going to be willing to accept one offer is all we can present to the bank. Once an offer is received from the buyer, again, it is our job as an agent now to actually present this offer in its best light. So again, we're going to reiterate that you're going to need all your tax returns, paycheck stubs as listed. And we cannot miss any item on this list. At this point, we will be working very closely with the title company and any attorneys to present the estimated HUD-1. HUD-1 is the statement that's given to the bank showing who's going to come out with what at the closing. For example, if you have a first and second mortgage, who's going to be taking the hit in order to get this transaction through. After closing of the property, there are a lot of fees that the bank is not going to be willing to pay because the homes are sold as is. Now, that's not to say that during the purchase agreement time period, once you accept an offer to closing, the buyer may have asked for a few repairs. We'll determine that as the offers come in. And again, it's to the seller's best interest to get the property through and closed. And each home is actually on its own as far as the repairs that may or may not be required. Now, we just covered the fees that the banks will not pay. On the other side of this are the fees that the bank will consider paying, and that's going to be the property taxes, the seller's legal fees. For example, if you're working with us, we refer you to a real estate attorney who will represent you for free if you can prove a hardship. All fees for closing on the home, as far as real estate commissions, taxes, and those issues will be paid by the bank. Junior or second liens, this is where the short sale gets very important. A lot of people out there actually have a first and second and sometimes third mortgages. What we do is, let's say, for example, if somebody has a $100,000 first mortgage, $50,000 second mortgage, and the property is worth $110,000. What we will do, we will negotiate the second mortgage as a payoff. We try to get it down to about $3,000. So if you owe $30,000, $40,000, our goal is to get you zeroed out as much as possible. So when you think about it, if you walked away with this home in a foreclosure situation, you're still going to owe the full $50,000. In a short sale situation, we may get that down to as little as $4,000 or $5,000. So you're actually much better off on your junior or second liens in a short sale. On getting your short sale approved by the bank, this is where the homeowner and the real estate agent must work closely hand in hand. You need to demonstrate to the servicer that it makes sense for them to approve the sale, which means you need to be able to prove a hardship that you actually are currently in to the bank for them to even consider the situation. It's up to the real estate agent to make sure we have comparables proving the fact that we tried to get market value. If there's any counter offers, they want proof of all past offers that we've had on the property. One of the biggest questions is from homeowners that want to do a short sale process is they're asking why it takes so long to get these through the banks. Well, currently, when we do receive an offer from a buyer subject to a short sale, the servicer needs to verify the value of the property is actually where it is. For example, if you're at a $200,000 property and the offer is $125,000, they're obviously not going to take that kind of an offer. So we have to prove to the bank that we actually tried to market your home at the current market value, even in the condition or the state of the market that it is. While we're going through the short sale process, keep in mind that your bank or your servicer may not know that you're actually in foreclosure, if you were one of those folks that might be. That's because they're two different departments, and unfortunately, even to this day, they don't really know what's going on. One hand's not watching the other, and so it's important for your real estate agent especially to contact your bank to let them know that we currently have an offer on the house. Therefore, we try to slow down the foreclosure sale, but at the same time, by listing your home on a short sale does not stop the foreclosure timeline. In the case of a short sale, there could be some possible tax consequences. Once again, I'm not an attorney or a tax advisor. However, there could be some tax consequences, so our attorney will represent you and encourage you to seek tax advice as well. But no matter what happens, you're going to be better off in a short sale situation rather than a foreclosure. Well, we received some good information from those past two slides, but again, I just want to let you know the benefits to the sellers are that the homeowner does not have a foreclosure, the homeowner avoids the humiliation of a public sale, and the homeowner completes their original commitment with integrity, possible and smaller tax liability as discussed before. Now, even though we are actually having great success on getting short sales through with the banks, let me explain to you why many short sales do not work. A lot of times you have uninformed realtors and homeowners who are not cooperating, working together. There's lack of communication with the bank. There may be packages that are not submitted completely, and you may have impatient buyers, for example, that are not willing to wait the time period. So everybody needs to know that is involved in the transaction. We have to school the buyers and teach them that, hey, you might be saving $40,000 on this home overall, but you need to hang in there and wait the 60, 90 days that it takes to actually close the transaction. So what we typically do is take the time to explain it to the buyer what exactly is happening, that way they're aware of it. The good news is that servicers like your bank do really want to participate in more short sales. At the end of the day, at the closing, you may owe less money than you had before, and you actually salvage your credit. Again, as we mentioned earlier, banks do want to double the amount of short sales that they approved this year, and under federal law starting April 5th, they actually are encouraged to do that. Throughout 2010, as the process is starting to improve with the banks, you can contact us at any time at Carruthsellshomes.com or JeffJohnsonTeam.com for more information. We'd be glad to help you. We do work with realtors in all 50 states, so if you want to contact us, we can certainly refer you to somebody that's qualified in the state or city near you.